Okay, so we're doing another wash and go, and we're going to be using the Aphogee Curlerific Moisture Rich Leave-In Spray. I'm also going to be using the Eco Olive Oil just because last time I used it with a mineral oil based leave-in, and I particularly don't usually use those type of leave-ins, but I was trying to do an experiment and see how that went. So I'd rather use it with a leave-in that I would use in reality. So that's why I'm using the Eco Olive Oil again, even though we just did it. Overall, my results were really good with that, but my hair was greasy. It was a bit weighed down, and it did have after a few days it did develop kind of that greasy film that I'm not a big fan of. So let's do this again and actually go for a leave-in that I would use in reality. Hey girl! Okay, so this is what my hair looks like after air drying for about, I air dried for about 3 hours, so I didn't apply any heat or anything. I strictly air dried. And, okay, if I had just air dried, my hair would still be freaking wet, but no. I took a drive, I let all my windows down, got on the highway, I drove the speed limit. I drove the speed limit, but anyways, I let all my windows down and I just let the air like hit me in the face, whip my hair around. It was really strong, okay? But I wanted my hair to dry. I didn't feel like sitting under my hooded hair dryer. I didn't feel like using a blow dryer. It's 74 degrees in California today. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go for a ride. I'm gonna go pick up some food and just enjoy the day. Let my windows down, let the sun shine on me, and then let the natural air dry my hair. So if you have really thick hair and it's a nice day, take advantage of it and let your hair naturally air dry with the wind. Easy, right? But anyways, this is how my hair came out. It's a little misshaped because, like I said, the wind was just like whipping it all over the place. And I have a crunch. So I'm not gonna break it. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not doing nothing to it. I'm gonna let this crunch just be. And then when it wants to wear down and wear away, that's fine. So I think one of the keys to my wash and goes is not to use thick, heavy creams because they weigh my hair down. They make my hair really hard to detangle once they start to dry. And I think that's actually one of the reasons why I haven't been getting a crunch, is because I've been using more cream-based leave-ins that are really thick. And then when I apply the gel on top of it, it's just too much for my fine strands, because even though I do have a lot of hair because of my density, I have fine strands, so my strands get weighed down. So it's causing a lot of buildup and it just gets cakey and nasty looking. So I think I do prefer a more water-based light leave-in, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense, because usually when you have thick hair, you want to like coat your hair and get butters and creams and lotions on it so that your hair is moisturized when you put the gel on top. And that works if you're high porosity and maybe have thicker strands that can absorb all that stuff. But I'm low porosity, so my hair already has a hard time absorbing stuff, and then I have fine strands, so my hair gets weighed down. So it's a very unique combination. I don't know if there's a lot of girls like me out there. I hope there is, because you're who I'm making these videos for. Like, you're my girl. I'm here for you. So if you have similar hair to me, even if you don't have type 4 hair, because it's not all about your hair type, it's about your hair properties. So the different complexities and components of your hair, not just the type. So even if you're not in the type 4 hair category, if you have similar porosity, density, strand size, anything like that similar to mine, I feel like it would be beneficial for you to kind of see my trials and my successes, and we can learn together. You can tell me some of the things that have worked for you, some of the things that haven't worked for you. And if you looked at my previous wash and goes, you'll see I used heavy cream-based products, and the gels didn't really have that max 10 hold, which I complained about over and over, and I kind of blamed on the gel, like, no, you're not doing your job. But it could be because of the properties of my hair that were preventing the gel from giving me that max 10 hold. So I used the Aphogee leave-in, and as you can see, it was a spray consistency, but when I put it on my hair and I rubbed my hands through it and I combed it to detangle it, it was moisturizing. It had very moisturizing ingredients. It did absorb into my hair. So I'm not going to say, like, just because you use a lighter leave-in, your hair is not going to be moisturized. That's not true at all. That's not the case, or else they wouldn't make those type of leave-ins. It's hard to watch people do their hair and then try to emulate that and not get good results. But sometimes, like, you have to think about, okay, what is different from their hair than my hair? Because there's a lot of YouTubers who like use lotions, and then they'll use a butter, and then they'll use an oil, and then they'll put gel on, and their hair is like fly and flawless and just looking gorgeous. And then you put it on your hair and you're like, no, this is not cute. This is not cute. But the thing is, your hair just may not respond to things the way their hair does. So you gotta just pay attention to your hair. And like, truthfully, when I was doing my hair and I was getting disappointed in my wash and goes, I was just like, oh, my hair just does not work. It doesn't do anything. And then I kind of like was beating my hair up, like, why you can't just work for me? You just don't want to look good. I want you to look good. I'm trying to make you look good, but you're not working for me. But anyways, you just gotta do what your hair wants you to do, not what you want to do. Your hair, if it's like mine, has a mind of its own. It wants you to treat it according to how it wants to be treated. But the problem is, your hair can't tell you verbally. It can only tell you you're not behaving the way you think it should. So when you find out it starts to behave like properly, it's probably because you're starting to do what your hair wants. And I feel like my hair has finally looked good in a wash and go state, and that's because I said, you know what, let me nix-say the butter and the cream and try something different. And I was afraid, like, I don't think this spray is going to be strong enough. I don't think it's going to be moisturizing enough. I think it's going to just end up being a hot mess. And look at this. Look at this. I'm so happy. Can you tell? Okay. Anyway, so this is the result from my wash and go using the Eco Olive Oil and using the Aphogee moisturizing leave-in. Yep, this is my result. I hope you like it. Please leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, like this video. Find me on Instagram at xo_Rocky and follow me there, chat with me there, whatever, like a picture there. All that's cool. But until next time, see ya.
Lead them from temptation, make them royalty. All the things we face and make us question it. Lead us to salvation, pour that oil, please. That's how we become kings and queens.